Hello and welcome inside Lakeland Ice Arena in Lakeland, Florida, just south of Tampa Bay. This is the University of Miami Hurricanes Hockey Network streaming live on YouTube. And this is CHS Hockey. Tonight's matchup is between the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Southern Moccasins. I'm Ethan Gainey, joined by my broadcast partner, Justin Cohen. So tonight the Canes come in 9-2, 18 points, good for first in the division. Florida Southern comes in with 17 points at 8-2, good for second in the division. Do you think it's fair to say this could be Miami's toughest D3 opponent to date?
100%, and this is pretty much 1 versus 1 because Florida Southern's played one fewer game.
Right.
So they're on pace to be at the exact same spot as Miami. So this should be a premier matchup, and it's the first of 2 between these teams.
As we get set for puck drop, a real quick start to this one. Sticks down, puck's down, and we're underway. As the puck gets shipped out by the Mocs. Back in by Mensimer. Now Schneider has it down the near side. Schneider towards the net, and it's wide to the right. Ferry can't get that one, so the Moccasins are able to clear the zone. Now they come down the far side, try to chip it in front to number 17. That's Montanarella. But Grady Aben has it behind the net now. Chips it back up. It goes straight to Florida Southern. And the freshman goaltender for the Miami Hurricanes makes his first save of the season.
First
as Florida Southern chips it back in deep.
I'm going to say first save of his career.
Yeah, that's Max Hoffman for Miami. As Schneider comes away with the puck, or he doesn't, and it goes on net. Back into the slot, a great save by Hoffman. Another shot, blocked by Mensimer, back in the slot again. And that one is deflected out of play. Max Hoffman absolutely bails out his team in the defensive zone, and they were just sloppy.
Yeah, take a look at these opportunities. Great chances for Florida Southern. That's pretty much all you can say. Good defense, good goalkeeping as well.
Not much more Florida Southern could do there. Hoffman was just better. Behind the net now is Owens. Owens makes a move, keeps it on his stick. Now Sudeikis. Kept in just at the line. That was close, but Owens has it now, and he's got a head full of steam. Looking towards the front, curls back. He didn't have fencer stock, so turns it over. Play along the boards. Rigolini for Florida Southern chips it on net, and Hoffman covers.
Yeah, Hoffman saved that barrage of shots. That one was pretty easy, just had to cover it up.
Yeah. In comparison, I mean, he'll take those all day.
We'll see what Florida Southern has against him. They really don't have any scouting on him.
So Owens has it behind the net. Owens is not a defenseman, and that's now twice he's had to take it behind his net himself. Interesting. So here's Moore taking it through the slot himself, tries to curl it to the front of the net. And Fensterstock almost had that one. Now it's Moore again to Sudeikis. Shot well high and curls around the boards. McGuire now. Fensterstock can't get that one. McGuire keeps it in, though. To Moore. Moore tries to get it into the slot. Can't make a play, though. So it's curled back around by Florida Southern as Lakari grabs it towards the net and wide. Lakari steals it. He's got a break shot. And it looked like that was either off the post or a tough save. But it's back to Lakari. Fensterstock fumbles that one. Castricani tried to keep it in, and now it could be a 2-on-1. Now, Clay goes for a change, and so it was a 1-on-1, and then dumped back in. Turlick giving chase for Miami. Now Castricani chips that one, and it hits the ceiling. Sweet.
This was the chance just a moment ago. Good rebound or good defensive play to intercept the puck. Couldn't do much more than that.
Tried to roof the shot. It was close, but no cigar. The face-off won by Florida Southern. They come into the zone. A shot kicked out by Hoffman, and they score. Hoffman had the initial shot. Rebound pop right into the slot. And the Moccasins get the first goal of the game to go up 1-0.
And that's one of the things that you're going to learn as a freshman goalie. You can't leave the puck there. You got to hold on to it. But that was a tough shot to block. He was just trying to get it out of the slot if he could, but it just kind of sat there.
So that was Will Marshall for Florida Southern. He's got 20 goals this season, 22 assists. That's 42 points. So add a 4 to third.
Yeah, a couple of things on that goal for Marshall. He now is tied for the league in all of D3 AAU with 21 goals and now has the sole possession of the lead in points.
Just an incredible player all around. He can dish the puck, he can shoot the puck, and he was in the right place at the right time there. That's why you always gotta rush through the slot as the faceoffs won too cleanly by Florida Southern. Goes all the way back into their zone. Aben intercepts. Looking at Schneider now. Schneider throws it at him front, doesn't have anyone. Aben intercepts though. Now it's Stone for Miami. Stone shot, doesn't get through. And cleared out. Retrieved by Mensimer, who just chips it lightly out. Marshall. Schneider now. Gives it back to his D-man Mensimer. Stone almost whipped that pass a little too hard for Mensimer, but he retrieves, and now Schneider. The Moccasins taking it through neutral ice. That's wall for the Moccasins. Number 93 just chipping it in.
Just to put a bow on that Marshall goal, he's a freshman on top of all that. And isn't it fitting that you said he was in the right place at the right time? How goal scorers like him always end up in the right place at the right time?
Exactly. It's a lot of hockey IQ at the end of the day.
Or luck. Or a little bit of both.
Or as we spoke about on the last broadcast we did together, the hockey gods.
The hockey gods, yes. Probably says a prayer to them every night.
As the face-offs between Jonathan Noss and it's Gavin Tryon for Florida Southern, but Noss wins it. Chip back in by Weatherington, but Noss retrieves and turns it over. Now Sudeikis just chips it back in and Noss gives chase. Against the near boards, now behind the net for Noss. Noss looking in front to Michelini, didn't have him. Michelini chips it back to Noss and he tries to wrap it in, but a save by Cribbs. McGuire now, shot into the glove of Jason Cribbs.
I've liked this response from Miami since the goal. We saw yesterday, FIT, after Miami scored their first goal, they just shut it down. Miami still playing hard, still getting great opportunities. It's only one goal. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the game.
Faceoffs won by Miami. Gupta looking towards the net, doesn't have it, but Moore does in the slot, and it's blocked. Chipped out now as Gupta gives chase. He's got a man on him, he's got to watch out, and he does. So Owens chips it in. Cribbs is going to have to cover that one. It gets a face full of snow. Sure, he didn't like that one, but
I want to say that was unintentional, but, you know, we'll just leave it there.
You never know, but Cribbs did have to come out of his net to grab that one, so.
Yeah, as long as they're not in the blue paint, right?
Right.
I'm sure that's happened to you a few times, Ethan.
Oh, it has. It has. Fensterstock retrieves. Chip back into neutral ice, and Florida Southern just gives it right back to Castra County. And then he gives it right back to them. Good old hot potato. As they take it down the far side, Florida Southern, and into the glove of Hoffman.
Hoffman tested with the glove this time. Passed that one. So far, so good, with the exception of the one rebound. And again, looking at that again, not much he could have done. He was trying to redirect that to the boards, and it just kind of stopped.
Yeah, when we took a second look at it, I think it was slowed up a bit. So he actually would have gotten that rebound into the corner had it not been. As that one's blocked in the slot. And Callahan takes a hard hit against the boards. That was close as Turlick now shot. Big rebound in front. But Florida Southern comes away with it. A big hit there by Max Mensimer, getting some payback on Marshall for Callahan. Now Mensimer tries to play it to Turlick. Turlick tries to play it to himself, and he can't. He loses it. Ferry now. Plays it in the middle to Licari, back to Ferry. Ferry, a backhander, and that one goes wide. Chipped out, it goes under Stone's glove, and it could be a partial break for Tryon. Shot well high.
That's a grade A opportunity, and he just shot it too high.
Had it in a little too tight. Now it's Marshall. Looking for options, and he almost gets it there in front of the net. Stone now. Chipped out by Ferry. Now Mensimer looking for Schneider, but it gets deflected on the way. And chipped in by Montanarella. for Florida Southern. So Mensimer behind his net to Schneider. Back to Mensimer. Through the center of the ice. It's chipped in by Ferry, so no icing. Montanarella again. Tries to chip it out. Turns it right over to Schneider, and he can't get the shot on net. It was blocked. Now that one's cleared out. Not an icing, though. It dies just short, and McGuire's on it. McGuire trying to shake one Moc defender. It's Ferry now. Could have created a 2-on-2 for him and Schneider. Couldn't get the puck, though, and now Schneider has it. Looking back to Sudeikis. Now McGuire. Sudeikis just chips it out and back in the zone. Some more hot potato.
Ethan, one thing I've noticed, I don't know if you have, especially in the past couple of minutes here, the snow's really accumulating and the ice may be playing a little slow.
Yeah, the Zamboni obviously was on before, and we had noted before we went on air that the ice looks maybe a little shaky. Granted, Kendall Ice Arena isn't great.
But we did see the puck die a couple of times.
As this could be a break for Michael Nass. But it just chipped off his stick, and now the other Nass gives chase. Patrick Conley retrieves in deep to McGuire. Backhand wide. Schneider now just chips it out. Going back to retrieve it. That's both Nass. Now, Michelini. Michelini usually on defense. He's playing forward right now. So is Michael Nass. So it's a line of two typical defenders playing with Jonathan Nass, who's been a forward all season. And that one, a bad pass. And now out in front, and Wall scores. Just a bad back pass, turned over, Wall right in the slot. Nothing Hoffman can do on that one.
I was going to go back to the turnover that wasn't a goal before, but now we have this to show. When you're playing a team like Florida Southern, you have to play as perfect as you can. Be crisp with your passes. Make sure that the puck isn't loose in neutral ice or in the defensive end. That's what led to that goal.
Just careless with the puck. Once again, that's what we discussed after the first goal, and another shot, a nice glove save by Hoffman.
And you can get away with that in a lot of games, but with these two teams being the top two teams, you know that Florida Southern's going to give you their best game, so you really have to up your game.
Face off. Played down low for Wall, just got the goal before. Now into the slot, Marshall shot, and that might have been a nice stick save for Hoffman. Tough to tell if it was just high and wide or not.
Well, luckily we have replay to tell us that. I think you got a stick on it.
Yeah, looked like the butt end of the stick. So Stone now trying to chip it for a breakaway pass. Almost had a 2-on-0 with Moore and Fensterstock. Couldn't get it there. So now Fensterstock taking it himself once again. Careless with the puck is Miami. Almost creating another chance for the Mocs. Now the puck's chipped out.
Not danger zone for Miami yet. We've seen that they can score in bunches. I'm not really concerned offensively. They actually are doing a pretty good job of getting the puck on net. They have to tighten up defensively.
Absolutely, but they do like to say the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey. I mean, I'd rather be up 2 goals than not up, but Lakari now in the near corner, but it's played out. Sudeikis chips it back out. Licari giving chase. Rigolini now tries a wrap attempt. Nothing doing there. McGuire up to Callahan. Callahan looks at Turlik, gives it to him. Turlik loses the puck though to Rigolini. Now Tryon. Tryon chips it right to Sudeikis. Sudeikis did not look at McGuire before he gave that pass. Very close. And now Ferry almost had a break if he could have retrieved that puck. Looked like the puck was in Turlik's feet. He didn't know he had it, and so the Mocs take it in. It's a pass to no one right
yeah,
there.
I was looking around. Nobody really knew where the puck was. I didn't know where the puck was.
Yeah, we've got a tough angle up here with the boards blocking us on the near side. As Ferry steals that puck, but loses stick. Now it's Wall. Wall through the slot, back to Marshall. He loses the puck. Could have been a glorious scoring opportunity.
So he is human. He can lose a puck.
Good to know. Marshall again tries to chip it in deep. He does. McGuire tried to chip that one out. Marshall again gives it down low to Wall. A big save by Hoffman. And another stop by Hoffman on the wrap attempt, and he covers.
I do want to go back to that last play. The pass for Marshall, we'll see it here in a second. This is why he leads the league in now all offensive categories. He's not a puck hog. He'll take the shot if he has the opportunity, but he's also not afraid to dish it off.
Right in the slot, and they score. Just an immediate shot right off the face-off. Hoffman could not get his blocker to that in time.
Well, this is something you can't do. Look at how far we have to back this replay up. We're not even at the face-off yet. Right off the draw, beautiful pass. Not much you can do there.
As it looks like right now, Hoffman is trying to signal to the ref. The ref is ignoring him. And now finally the whistle's blown after the face-off is dropped. It looked like the linesman was just
I think he might have some equipment issues.
Yeah, that looks like his.
Or maybe an injury.
Goalies have a toe tie. It looks like the toe tie is
this
undone.
This could be an injury. He was favoring his right leg.
Well, that's because the toe tie was actually underneath his skate, so he couldn't skate on it.
So you think this goalie change is just temporary?
It may be, but now it's Jamie Brooks in the net, another freshman for Miami. He has played a couple of games, though. He played just last night for the first half, and then some random dude went in after him.
It's amazing who you can find on the street in Kendall.
Yeah. For context for our newer listeners, I am that random dude. I'm number 34 for the Hurricanes, a goalie.
And for those of you new to the broadcast, I am not a hockey player.
But he's a great commentator.
I wouldn't stretch it too much.
Gupta now. Moore. Back to Owens. Owens looking at the net. Shot. A save by Cribbs. And then number 22. That was Van Horn for Florida Southern, just decks a Miami player into his own goalie. Not always advised.
Want to see it again? Here we go.
Let's take a look. Yep.
By the way, that shot was really nice. Good way to respond after giving up the third goal. This team is definitely not floundering.
As Stone retrieves in center ice and just chips it in deep. Turlik giving chase. It's in front of the net. It's Montanarella. Just chipping it out. Mensimer now looking at Stone. Stone doesn't retrieve the pass, and so he decks his man who almost stole it. Tryon just shoots that one well wide. Oh, and they called a penalty on that. Now, that's a shaky call right there because the puck was, in fact, right there. So it's tough if they're calling that interference. Maybe it's a roughing penalty, though.
No, it's interference.
No, interference. So that's a bad call right there because the puck was at his feet. A roughing I could see maybe, but interference is tough when the puck's right there.
Yeah, it was a borderline call. I understand why the ref's going to call it. Naturally, a ref, if they see that contact, they may not see the puck there, and they'll call it, but probably shouldn't have called that penalty.
Yeah, I could have seen a roughing for sure, but that'll put Miami on the PK.
And very important, you have to kill off this penalty. 3 goals you may be able to come back from. They have come back from 4 this season, but you really don't want to do that.
No, and that was against Lynn, a D2 opponent. Wall now. Down low to Marshall. They got Marshall in the Ovechkin spot. And now another penalty's called. What's this one for? A high stick.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I was following the puck.
So
I think it was just off. Or are they calling this on Florida Southern?
Yeah, that's Montanarella.
I thought if they had the puck and they had their arms up, I thought Miami was going to get the high stick. I'll take it, though.
Yeah.
So 4-on-4. And a hefty chunk of it, minute 44 or 4-on-4.
The ice could really open up right now. Face off, won by the Mocs. Jake Turlick almost gets that puck. Ted Licari still back looking for it. And now it's Marshall. Marshall through neutral ice into the Kane zone. In front, McGuire. McGuire looking for Turtlick. He realizes he doesn't have him, so he wheels. Gets that deep into the zone, a smart play, and Turtlick almost gets it in front. McGuire retrieves. That's a defenseman. Which means Fensterstock is staying back and playing defense right now. Now Marshall. Saved by Brooks. Turtlick looking for Fensterstock. And it's an icing.
44 seconds on the 4-on-4, and then a 16-second power play for Miami. One of the things I was going to talk about earlier, one of the categories that Florida Southern leads in is penalty minutes. And what happens there, especially when they have a 3-goal lead, they may also try to get Miami to commit some penalties. And you got to watch your discipline.
Fromer takes over after McGuire turns it over. And now another penalty's called against Miami, and that one was an easy one.
Yep. Broadcaster's jinx right there. Penalty coming.
So now it'll be a 4-on-3 for the next 27 seconds. Going to the box, Sudeikis. So that's also something to note. 2 big Miami defenders now in the box.
I think there was something sportsmanlike at the end there. So we may stay 4-on-4.
All right. See, I think you talking about the announcer's jinx did a reverse announcer's jinx, and they gave one to Florida Southern.
I think we're going to a paradox of announcer jinx.
It's the Hurricanes Hockey Network and the multiverse of madness. Mensimer chips it out. And Fensterstock may have a chance at this. but it's cleared into the corner. Now Owens up to Mensimer. Mensimer looking towards the net and an easy save into the belly of Cribs.
That was an interesting play because you had Fensterstock going for the puck, but you also had Owens coming in to get the puck as well, and I think that Fensterstock and the defender kind of slowed up because they saw him coming.
Yeah, he came in real fast. Almost had that one as Schneider and Owens are on and the forwards, Mensimer and Castricani behind them. So Schneider now. Now Miami has a very short power play. In front, can't get it anywhere. Marshall takes it out himself. Van Horn. That should have been an icing because it's whoever's closest to it, but that's okay. The puck takes an odd bounce off the board. Moore almost had that one. Owens gets stood up by Marshall at the line. Stone just trying to chip it in. Now it's Moore. Moore takes it around. Van Horn puts it out in front. Nothing doing. Castricani though with the keep. Once again on net, right into the pad of Cribs and cleared out. Montanarella plays it over to Wall. Wall takes it in. He's got Marshall with him. Does a nice dangle move in front of Marshall and it's wide. Schneider now trying to get it to Moore. Moore dragged down to the ice. Chipped out, Castricani. No ice. Stone back around to Castricani. Schneider plays that one out. Ferry. No icing again. That one was also a close call. Ferry scores! A backhander into the toy department, and the score is 3-1.
A huge goal at a huge time. Miami was getting some good offensive opportunities, and you could tell that this game was going to turn its head upside down if Florida Southern had got another goal.
So let's take a look. It's just a hard forecheck by Ferry. And he roofs it. And keep in mind, Max Hoffman has gone back into the net. Jamie Brooks just went back to the bench, so it was an equipment issue. Hoffman back in, and now it's 3-1.
I will never doubt you on goalie injuries again.
A penalty's called.
The tripping call.
On Florida Southern. I just happened to see the lace dangling underneath his skate because I've had that happen to me in a game before.
You would know better than anybody. At least anybody standing here.
So Hurricanes power play. There's still 3:28 to go in this one. It's a 2-goal game. The power play unit for the Hurricanes is Ferry, Aben, and Schneider. And on the backhand, Stone and Mensimer. So puck's in front. Schneider shoots it wide. Back up to Stone. Stone to the net. Chip nowhere. So Schneider now. Back behind the net. Schneider looking in front. Doesn't have anyone and it's cleared. Marshall through the neutral zone. Marshall playing it smart. Just trying to kill the clock. Marshall once again. Marshall could kill this whole thing himself. But he turns it over, and Schneider's wide open in front of the net. Schneider, he had the puck roll off his stick. Now Mensimer can't get the puck to Stone, and it's back out, but Stone just chips it back in. Now it's Ferry. Ferry makes a move. Makes a second move, but can't get around Wall, and Wall clears.
Well, I knew this was going to be a good matchup here, power play versus PK.
Montanarella there just dragged his man to the ground.
Miami with 22 power play goals leads College Hockey South, and Florida Southern has only allowed 3, so they have the best penalty kill.
Fensterstock now. This is the second power play unit with Schneider still out there. But Fensterstock and Owens are on. Now to Owens. Owens up to Mensimer. Wasn't in his wheelhouse, so he couldn't one-time that. Owens retrieves. Owens at the blue line. Gets tripped up. An easy call, and it's not called. And now it's leading to a breakaway for Florida Southern. A perfect defensive play by Max Mensimer. What a wild sequence. We had a non-call on an obvious trip against Florida Southern, and then a beautiful defensive play by Max Mensimer to keep this score 3-1. A reverse hit by Sudeikis there. Fensterstock takes a hit, makes a play. Back to Sudeikis. Moore just trying to avoid a hit, loses his footing. Rigolini well wide. Pins against the board is Fromer. Moore just chips it out. Didn't have Turlick. And it's chipped in. There's 35 seconds left in this one. Now Fensterstock. Couldn't get it in the slot, and so it's Wall. Wall trying to wheel through 2 guys. Gets a light hook there from McGuire, looking at the official, no call. The official's letting them play right now. A big hit there for Florida Southern, and another hit. Liccardi couldn't keep it in the zone. Marshall trying to work on McGuire. McGuire lets him pass. A huge save! Or no goal! No goal, yes! A huge save from Max Hoffman! Florida Southern was celebrating. Max Hoffman got it with the toe, and this period's over.
Well, that's a good way to end the period. Let's look at this one again. I do want to point out a couple of things, but let's watch this first. Watch this whole sequence. What a save.
Just incredible. Gets that one. By the way, I think that's the same skate that just had the equipment malfunction before, so they fixed that up, and he's able to get that one with the toe.
Miami's goal has turned this game around. It's still a 2-goal deficit. They're going to have to work to get back into this game, but it's really changed the momentum of this game. One thing I am worried about, though, Ethan, the lack of penalties there at the end. There were 2 or 3 plays that probably should have been called. I'm all for letting them play, but I think it might have gotten a little bit dangerous. They're going to have to watch that. Hopefully the referees will, while still calling a good game, watch out for the player safety.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a couple missed calls on both teams that easily could have gone whichever way and weren't called. So that'll do it for the first period. It's 3 for the Florida Southern Mocs to 1 for the Miami Hurricanes. We'll be back for the start of the second.
And welcome back. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. We are here at the beautiful Lakeland Ice Arena here in Lakeland, Florida. Justin Cohen, Ethan Gainey with us. Very interesting first period, Ethan. I thought Miami held their own there. Of course, you'd rather get the 3 goals than the 1 goal, but they're right in this game.
Oh, yeah, and I got a chance to go into the locker room in intermission, and Coach Tom Amello was just kind of talking about keeping their composure. They're still in this game, even if it's a 3-1 game. They're still in it, but he noticed that there were some close calls, as we discussed at the end of that period, and he was talking about how you don't want this game to get out of hand and too many penalties to dictate it.
And that's one of the things I was talking about in the period. Florida Southern, I have the numbers right here. Coming into the game, they had 232 penalty minutes. The next closest team was Embry-Riddle at 191,
wow,
and then Miami at 187. So one of the things you want to do, if you're playing against a team that has a lot of penalty minutes, they'll also bait you into taking more penalties, so you got to be the more disciplined team.
Right.
All right, we're just about ready to get back underway. Miami going left to right. FSC going right to left. Beautiful jerseys, by the way, for both teams in this one. I really like, I know there's something of significance on the pattern for Florida Southern. They're really sharp jerseys.
It's nice to be able to say that about Miami, too.
Yes. Both really sharp. Here we go. So the Mocs bring it in. Centering pass was blocked away, but an undershot save made. And Marshall will reset for Florida Southern. Bring it over the blue line. Good hit there by Mensimer onto him. And it's chipped out, but not completely out of the zone. Wall giving chase. Mensimer trying to get it. Instead, it's shot into the Mocs bench.
That was actually close to cupping your hand on the puck as he threw that one in instead of just catching it and dropping it.
So far side zone face-off, defensive zone for Miami. As not even a minute's gone by here in the second. 3-1 our score. Miami trailing against the Mocs. Sent all the way down. It was tipped off a Miami stick, so no icing. That was an interesting call. A big hit behind the play. There's going to be a penalty. No, it was a high stick that was waved off. I thought maybe there was going to be a penalty on the hit. It was McGuire who lost it. Over the blue line now. Here's a shot by Wall, and it goes in. 4-1 the score. Wall just ripped a slap shot.
As we'll take a look at how that one went in. Just a whipped shot right from the slot. Hoffman, I don't think, was ready for that.
Yeah, and that's why if you're playing a team like this, you really have to control the possession game. If you lose the puck, it's going to lead to that.
Right.
So Miami wins the draw. They're back down 3 again. This is still a doable situation for them. Plenty of time left. Intercepted. That's Williams in the corner, pinned up against the boards. And it's taken back by McGuire. McGuire loses it. That's Raymond Owens. McGuire again behind the net. Sends it down. They're playing almost like they're on penalty kill right now because they really haven't been able to get any offensive possession early in the second period.
It seems like Florida Southern really buckled down in the locker room, whatever the message was from the coach. It seemed to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And another mistake here by Miami. Backhanded shot off the side of the net. We talked about in the first period, when you're playing a team like this, you really have to buckle down, like you said, as that one was tipped through the slot. And you almost have to play a perfect game to win.
As Hoffman covers that puck, yeah, you really do have to play a perfect game to win these types of games, as both teams realistically come in pretty even. They're all very similar teams, but you just can't make the silly mistakes that Miami is making right now, because that's really all they are.
Yeah, Burkhart with it here, 17:25 remaining in the second period. That one was blocked from the right side, and it's intercepted, and here come the Hurricanes. It's brought up by Licari. Licari brings it in right side. Pass went through, and it goes into the neutral zone, and is sent back down by Miami. Licari. Intercepted by the Mocs. Yeah, and just to put a bow on that thought, it's not that Miami's playing a bad game here. I don't think the score is indicative of how close this game really is. In front, and was poked away.
Yeah, it really has been a close game so far, especially the first period. Right now, the second hasn't.
Good job by Turlick to beat out the icing call. And Miami keeps possession of the puck. Centering pass shot might have gone off the side of the post. Sent all the way down, and they'll reset again. Mocs got a fresh line out there. Miami able to make a partial change. A very quick interception in front, but really maybe a little bit too late. They couldn't get a clean shot off. And it's sent back down. Here come the Mocs. Intercepted again. That's Sam Stone. Stone, Noss. That was Michael Noss. Sent down into the corner. And Wall intercepts it in the defensive end. 15:35 remaining here in the second period. 4-1 our score. As that one goes off the goalie's helmet and kind of bounced down into the crease and finally made its way out. Intercepted here by Metzimer. Metzimer loses the puck, but Miami keeps possession. That was Abon. Taken back now by the Mocs in their defensive zone. Was played up by Marshall. And Miami takes it back in the offensive zone once again. Here's a shot! And a save made with the glove. Kind of had my eyes fooled there.
Yeah, that was a good chance out in front for Riker Ferry.
Yeah, I thought that went through. We have a net in our way, so the black puck and the black net, it looked like it went through, and then I see the goalie with it. So, right. Optical illusions. 14:40 remaining here in the second period. Williams loses his puck. Ferry gets it back, and it's played by Schneider. Schneider sends it on goal. Stick save. Mocs take it back again. Offside. 14:21 remaining here in the period.
Because it totally blocks the goal. I'm sorry.
Miami not backing down in this one, but the Mocs really have controlled this second period so far.
Yeah, so far it's been all the moccasins in this second.
That's Moore over there in the corner and gets a little bit of help, but there are two white jerseys there as well. Miami in their defensive end send it down the length, and this one will go for icing. One thing that you can't do, continue to ice the puck when you do get those possessions, because now you're giving Florida Southern a prime opportunity. That one wasn't too bad because they weren't on the ice for too long, but an offensive zone faceoff for them.
Yeah, and still, as you said, they weren't on the ice for too long, but there are going to be circumstances where they are.
As that shot was blocked from the point, and Miami ends up with it. That's McGuire who sends it up ice. Played up by Moore. Moore sends it up. That's Spencer Stock, and he scores! It trickles its way through. A goal for the Hurricanes, and it's now 4-2.
And what a shot, just picking the bottom right corner was Fensterstock. Take a look at that. Just under the blocker right there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal. I looked down for 1 second and the puck was in the back of the net. I thought it was staying low, but instead it goes a little bit to the left and into the net.
Right, just a perfectly placed shot.
Yeah, that's precision. So Miami back in this one.
And the ping pong continues.
Well, and that's all you can do. Right now, you're essentially playing mini games. 5 minutes of let's get a goal, and here's Miami with another chance. That one's saved. A rebound, and that one goes wide. Lucari almost had a goal. Miami still with possession. Has it sent all the way down, and this one should be icing. It will be, so Miami will get a free opportunity. But that's what I was saying before. You almost have to play these mini games, Ethan. It's not about scoring 3 goals at once. You trickle, get 1 goal here, 1 goal there, and all of a sudden it'll be a tie game.
Yeah, you just got to play it smart, and you got to play it consistent. Instead of just going for constant bursts of and just trying to get breakaways, you know, you keep playing smart, you keep looking for the open man.
And especially against a team of this caliber. Here's a shot from the point, and a save with a blocker. A rebound, and really didn't get on net. Turek was trying to backhand it. Intercepted right on top of the goal mouth. The Hurricanes get it back and keep it in. Here comes Marshall, right side, over the blue line into the circle, loses it, pass, shot save made. Beautiful backhanded pass. Miami almost shot it in their own net. And it goes into the neutral zone. Burkhart. Played back into the defensive end. Burkhart gets it back in the neutral zone. He goes for a change. Sends it down ice. Intercepted by the Hurricanes. That's Sam Stone. He drops it down. 11:58 remaining here in the second. Taken back by the Hurricanes. Mensimer sends it down. This one will not go all the way down, so no icing. Played back to the point. Van Horn couldn't get a stick on it. Miami leading the rush. Coming down is Jonathan Noss. Noss centers it. It goes off the goalie's helmet, I believe. Yeah, he's shaking his head. It did go off his helmet. And the Mocs send it all the way down. This will be icing.
shot did go off the goalie's mask, and he was shaking his head out a couple times, actually.
Well, one thing about the Mocs, they don't have a backup goalie.
No, they
so
don't.
That would make you the E-Bug, right? You would have to play against your team.
Oh, yeah.
You got your gear in the bus. We're good.
Right.
I just hope you'd let all the goals in.
Right. Yeah, I'll
Usually
go in
I want you to make saves.
I'll go in and I'll go like this, and I'll present the net to them by holding my glove up.
Williams on the left side. Centering pass with the backhand. And it pinballs this way back out to the neutral zone. Ferry sends it up by Snyder into the netting and out of play.
And that's a great defensive play right there. See if we can get a replay of that one. As Schneider comes in, he has a perfect shot, and just the stick gets right in there, so close for Schneider, who in the locker room in intermission was talking about how he knows he has to bury that goal that he had before in the first period, right in front.
Well, the good news is there's plenty of time left for him to get that goal. Here's a shot, and that one's blocked. Ferry, Miami getting a lot of chances here. Big hit there. And Miami takes it back once again. Here comes Ferry. Ferry holds on to it. Ferry trying to get around his man. He can't. Schneider tries to get a stick in there. Aban loses it. It's played up by Fromer. Wall loses it. And Miami will just chip it up ice. This one not far enough for icing. And actually, I think went off of maybe the Zamboni door, and Miami gets a gift. In front, and he can't put it home. Schneider with another golden opportunity. Schneider behind the net now. Has Ferry in front. Held on. Sadakis. Back to the point now. Here's a shot, and it's blocked. Marshall gets it on the left side, dangles around, and he backhands it from a sharp angle, and it goes through. Brendan Moore plays it. Raymond Owens. Moore. Owens. Save made. Some good opportunities on both sides.
Take a look at that last chance for Owens. Obviously a great chance before for Schneider. Once again, he can't buy a goal right now, but eventually they'll start falling. As that shot just goes right into Fred's chest.
So Miami with the offensive zone draw, and they win it, they keep it in. And now it's taken to the neutral zone. Sam Stone tries to reset. Played over into the corner. Intercepted. Here's a shot. Another block. The Mocs doing a great job of blocking shots here. Play back to the neutral zone. And Clay sends it down. Stone gets it back from Miami. He loses it though. And now he has it again. In the corner. Stone behind his net, plays it to the right side. Stone gets it back once again. Bensimer sends it all the way down. He was in front of the red line though, so no icing. Has played into somewhere, it came down. I think it might have gone to the ceiling. Yeah, we do not have a view of the ceiling from here.
Right. It looks like he just fired that one straight up.
So Miami gets a gift. They'll get an offensive zone draw. It'll be Lakari to take it. against Tryon, and Tryon wins it. Good stick check there. Centering pass! And a save made. And it's sent all the way down the length. Miami resets. Big hit there in the corner, and there is going to be a penalty on it. Mocs are going to go to the box.
And that's a dangerous hit right there. Let's take a look at the replay of that one as they sort things out. It looks like it just missed it, but in the corner there, Gupta took a hit to the numbers hard and into the boards. And he's shaky
and then everybody on the ice would have a discussion, and I don't think they were talking about their dinner plans.
It's getting chippy.
Gupta being helped to the bench, not a good sign. Although he is sitting on the bench, so not going to the locker room, that's a bit of a relief. Just a 2-minute power play for the Hurricanes. And they're going to have to start from the neutral zone. Intercepted once again. It was intercepted once and twice. Schneider again shot it off the side of the net. He's just been missing by that much. I'm sure it's getting to him.
But you know, that shows he's in the right position at the right time, though.
McGuire brings it over the line. He's hit into. And again, this game getting physical. The Mocs, like we said, leading the league in penalty minutes. Intercepted as Marshall was trying to center the puck. Brought over the line. Here's Ferry. Ferry hit into. That was dangerous by McGuire. He's lucky he got away with that one. Comes Ferry again. Leaves it for Schneider, but there's a man there, and it goes to the neutral zone with 45 seconds remaining on the power play for the Hurricanes. Here they come over the line. Here's Stone. Stone holds up. Stone sends it. I think that he had the last stick on that, and he was trying to pass it to the point. So the Hurricanes will reset with 22 seconds remaining on the power play. Played up over the blue line, left side. That one actually made its way on net. Giving chase is Mensimer, and he loses it to Fromer, who comes in just on side and then just runs into Mensimer unintentionally. Back to 5-on-5 now. And that one made its way on goal and was saved.
So let's take a look at that last shot right there, just after the power play had expired for the Canes. Not a strong power play at all for Miami. And the main issue with it, as we see that stop there on Schneider, the main issue was the entry. They just were not able to enter the zone with any sort of speed. Yeah, it was a good play on defense right there to prevent the deke move by Burkhardt. Burkhardt actually tried the same move twice in a row. Tried to deke once, didn't get it, tried to deke again, and lost the puck.
So the puck, the face-off will be just outside the offensive zone for the Mocs on our side, the near side, and it's won by Florida Southern into their offensive zone. Marshall has it behind the net. Leaves it, here's a shot, and that one's blocked. And it goes back to the neutral end. Marshall sends it back into the defensive end. And Lakari gave chase. Lakari ends up with the puck, but there's two Mocs there, and there's going to be a penalty as he had a little bit of a Moc sandwich. Here's a shot, and that one's blocked, and I don't know if the Mocs ever got possession of the puck, but the whistle blows.
Let's take a look at that last chance out in front as the penalty was called for a trip. You see the arm go up and the puck pop into the slot. Turlik just can't finish that one.
So it'll be a power play for the Hurricanes. And you got to think now, with 4:02 left in the period, I believe, this is going to be an opportunity that Miami wants to capitalize on.
Oh yeah, right down to the wire. The end of this period, it's still a 2-goal game, same way the first ended.
Well, that's not a good way to start it. It goes all the way down, and it's going to have to be covered up there by Hoffman. That's exactly what you didn't want to do.
Hoffman brought that one in. Miami actually can't change now. Or they're allowing them to. Maybe that's just an NHL rule. No, they are not allowed to change. The refs are, I was correct, the refs are telling them absolutely not, because when the puck is shot, the same way as an icing basically, when the puck is shot in on net and the goalie covers it instead of playing it, you're not allowed to change. It's their way of trying to speed up the game so that the goalie has to move it.
Well, in fairness, he was under some pressure there. Here it is, here's a shot, and that one goes high. Shorthanded opportunity, a great chance for me to tell you that these two teams are tied for the league lead with 11 shorthanded goals. I've been holding that stat.
Perfect time.
Played in the corner now in the Miami offensive zone, and it goes off the ceiling as it's cleared.
Gotta love it. That's 3 times the puck's got off the ceiling. Let's see how many times we can get by the end of this game.
The roof here, especially on the sides of the rink, and especially on our side of the rink, is a lot lower than it is at Kendall. It's still a low ceiling at Kendall, but this is even lower.
Yeah, the puck hits the ceiling a lot at Kendall. Here we've seen it 3 times.
Miami with possession, but not really able to get something solid going. And now they're able to move the puck. Centering pass goes over to the left side. It's played by Mensimer. Mensimer sends it down low. Moore falls down. I think there might have been a hit there. Moore gets it back. He's hit into right behind the net. Moore's hit into again. This is going to be another penalty. There's a shot, save made, or excuse me, it was blocked, and it went to the glass behind the net, and then they touched up. I have to watch my speed when I'm talking there. I was a little bit ahead of myself.
Let's take a look at that. That penalty right there was an interference call, as you see the player for Florida Southern just come in and check Brendan Moore for Miami before he even had the puck. Now it's a huge 5-on-3 for Miami for 41 seconds. This is the moment in the game that they need to capitalize on.
Yeah, 100%. You want to go into the break at least down 1, if not tied. Moore has it in the corner, sends it around behind the net. The Mocs get it, but it's played back to the point. Mensimer holds it, sends it over to Fensterstock. Fensterstock back to the point. Here's a hard shot, save made and held on to. 17 seconds on the 5-on-3.
Let's take a look at that last shot from Max Mensimer. A booming shot from the point. He just sees an opening, but no one in front of the net. That was the problem, as Moore, instead of staying in front, decided to move to the side, hoping for a rebound. He would have been better off just staying in front of Cribbs.
Yeah, 100%. Here's another shot, and that one's saved. And it's played back to the neutral zone with 7 seconds on the 5-on-3. Played up on the right side, back to 5-on-4. So still a power play. Right side, down low. Snyder shoots it again, sharp angle, save. And it's sent all the way down the length. Minute 4 remaining on the power play. Here's Snyder once again, has Ferry. Ferry loses the puck. Backhanded pass in front. Can't put it home. Here's another shot. Save made. Goes right into the face mask of Mensimer. He settles it down. Schneider over to the left side. Here's a shot. They score! A power play goal! Beautiful backhander. And it's 4-3.
And there it is. The power play goal. We spoke about what they needed, and they get it done as Aben gets that puck down low to Ferry for his second of the game, and second backhand of the game, too.
Beautiful backhanded goal.
Ferry is a goal scorer. That's his thing, and he does it well.
Yeah, Ferry came into this one with 14 goals. That's pretty good in 11 games. I'd take that.
Yeah, I think I'd take that too.
There's going to be a hooking call here on Miami. So a Mocs power play.
That's a tough penalty to take at this point in the game with just a minute left in the second. Finally get it down to a 1-goal game.
It just makes this penalty kill crucial for them. And there's exactly 1 minute left in the period as well. So this power play, Miami is hoping will carry over.
Yeah.
Played in the corner now. Miami gets it back. Miami coming up shorthanded. Behind the net now. They reset. That's Callahan. Callahan still with it. Left side shot, save made. Samson.
That's a great short-handed opportunity for the Hurricanes. As the puck goes from Callahan to Stone for the one-timer. But Stone puts that right into the chest of Fritz.
Should I drop my stat again? Both of these teams are tied for the league lead with 11 shorthanded goals. This shouldn't be a surprise that Miami was giving it a go.
Yeah, both teams just try and get these chances on offense, even on the penalty kill.
Big hit there at the blue line. I think that was Raymond Owens getting the most of it. He laid out, but he ended up on the ground. Marshall has it now. Loses an edge. And Miami just sends it down.
Some tussling between Owens and Buckhart at the end of this one.
Yeah, Burkhart was getting in his face. So that'll do it for the second period of play. A very good period if you're Miami. It didn't look like it was going to be that at the beginning, Ethan.
No, it did not. It looked a lot like Miami was going to go down big at the beginning of this one, and then all of a sudden they turned it up. They got a power play. They were able to bring it to within 1. So now it's a game.
Yeah, in the period, Miami scores 2, and Florida Southern scores 1. It gets us to where we're at right now. It's Florida Southern 4 and Miami 3. We'll go to the intermission, and we'll take you to the third period in a little bit. This is the University of Miami Hurricanes Hockey Network. Audio 1. Hit audio 1.
Welcome back inside Lakeland Ice Arena here in Lakeland, Florida. I'm Ethan Gady, joined by Justin Cohen. I'll be back on the play-by-play, Justin back on the color. And Justin, I was just in the locker room and the morale was completely different. The attitude from Miami's locker room was a lot of hope. They now feel like they're in this game, and they know that as long as they keep it together and don't have sort of the start of that last period again in this period, that they can really do something here.
Well, it's funny because really the only blemish in that period was when Hoffman got blindsided and that hard slap shot. Not much he could have done there. Honestly, it was a really well-played period once we got through the first 3 minutes. And Miami's going to start the period shorthanded for 1 more minute. So they've got to get through that. If they can make it through that, I think they could get a goal quickly, at least tie it up, and then it's a whole new game.
Yeah, they do have to get through that first minute, though, as you mentioned, on the power play, as Matt Schneider on the ice for this penalty kill for Miami, who's had a number of opportunities, hasn't been able to bury one yet, but he is awfully close. Riker Ferry also on the PK. He's got 2 goals himself. Mensimer and Stone on the backhand. Sticks down, puck down. We're underway in the third period. Shaping up to be a good one. As Ferry tries to get the puck away from Marshall. They're battling for it, and it clears the zone. That's Montanarella. Turns it over to Mensimer, though, who tries to chip it out deep, but can't. So Ferry retrieves at the blue line and gets it deeper. That's Buckhart. Buckhart just loads of room to skate and puts it behind the net. Over to Wall. Wall getting hacked by Mensimer. Buckhart now at the point. Over to Rigolini. Shot's blocked. And Stone's able to clear. Schneider giving chase now. It's him and Burkhart. And that'll do it for the penalty kill. Schneider takes over now. He's got Aben racing towards the net in front. He can't get it to him. And now it could be a breakaway for Florida Southern. Wall just decks Castricani in a save by Hoffman, as Castricani's still in the net. Hoffman says, hey, excuse me, can you get out of there?
Got some goal to play here.
And now, going back to retrieve it, is Gavrila. Over to his D partner, and now Tryon trying to reach for that one. Tryon trying to. And Fensterstock picks it up, tries to chip it over the stick but Cannon instead turns it over. But now a chance in front for Ray Owens on a bad turnover by the Mocs, and a glove save for Jason Cribbs.
Almost a huge mistake there for the Mocs. The Hurricanes within inches of tying this game up. We'll see it right here.
Yep, it's just a lazy play in the slot, and Owens was right on that one. So now the face-off will be to the right of Cribbs and won by Florida Southern. Picking that one up was Clay. Now Gabriela just chips it out. Mensimer tries to retrieve, but it jumps his stick. Fromer now gets hit by Mensimer, but still has the puck. He's moving, gives it over to Gabriela at the point. Mensimer chips it over to Fensterstock. Fensterstock now plays it, tries to play it to Owens at least, but it's kept in the zone, and Max Hoffman has to make a save, but now it pops into the slot, and a good block there. Now Moore, it could be a 3-on-2. Moore just tries to get it to the net, and it's blocked, and Fensterstock now plays it back to Moore. Moore looking to play it deep to Fensterstock again, and it's kicked out of the zone. Lakari tries to play it in deep. Now Sudeikis fending off 3 Florida Southern players, and it's deep. And that one's offsides as Montenorella tried to keep that one in right at the line.
These two teams will play a back end of one of the longest home and homes that we're going to have. Miami will play St. Leo in the middle. That's an exhibition. So the next league game for Miami is going to be in Kendall in December against these Mocs.
It's certainly a tight game right now. It's a one-goal game. It's whipped around. And now whipped back around by Turlick for Callahan. Callahan plays it to center. Gets it back though. And now just shifts it in.
Yeah,
Puck
just
once again hops the stick. That was Monterella who couldn't get it. Turlick also could not retrieve, and now it's just cleared. And that should be an icing. And it is an icing.
Just to finish that thought with the home and home, this game has been so entertaining. Regardless of the outcome, this is going to come down to the wire. This has been a great game. Both teams have played very well, maybe a little undisciplined on both sides. But this sets up, December 4th, sets up a really good return matchup.
So that face-off won by Florida Southern, but Jonathan Noss takes over and puts it behind the net. Michelini giving chase. Michelini back to Noss, out in front to his brother, and he can't get the shot off. Now Rigolini checked off the puck, and McGuire takes over, but McGuire loses it immediately, and Rigolini has it back right in the slot, and it's chipped away. Gabrieluk plays it in deep, and Hoffman covers.
Well, let's see this play. Kind of blew a tire. Great passing here by Miami. Let's see it right here. Yeah, just fell down.
Looks like he just fell down by himself. An unfortunate play there because he was in such a good scoring position. The face-off now, won by Miami. Stone plays it around to Ferry. He's able to chip it out past Marshall. Ferry tried to grab that one from Marshall, but just flew by him. Now Marshall falls down. Up to Schneider. Schneider looking for a breakaway pass to Ferry, and it goes over his stick. Ferry now taken down. A little interference there on Aben from Wall, but no call. Marshall gets it in deep. Mensimer takes the hit to make the play. As Schneider now takes it up. Schneider plays it to Ferry. Ferry leaves it for Stone, but Stone wasn't following him, so it's a turnover. No ice on that one. The linesman had his hand up. The referee waved it off. Don't see that very often. Now Owens almost got that one in the slot from Ferry, but instead it's Schneider on the near side boards, puts it towards the net, in front, and Ferry lifts it over the net. Schneider again now, looking towards the net, into the chest of Cribbs, and the whistle's blown early. The referee makes a mistake. He blows the whistle immediately. Cribbs did not have that puck, and the referee takes away a good opportunity for the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, and you see the referee putting his hand on his chest saying, my bad, my bad. Not going to get that play back, but he definitely was upset with himself.
That's a tough one. You see that happen in the NHL too a lot.
Referees are human.
Absolutely. So here's Owens. Owens makes a move around one. Mock plays it down for Moore. Moore just tries to send it in front of the net. Cribbs doesn't have it. Shot! Score! Ray Owens ties this game off a mistake by Jason Cribbs. He left the puck in the slot, and Owens made no mistake. Just a huge play at this point in the game for Miami. As you take a look, Moore cycles it down in front of the net. It pops. Cribbs does not get his glove on that, and Owens puts it in to tie this game with 14 minutes to go in this third period.
That's a good way to take advantage of when the referee does make a mistake. You come back and you score.
So no harm, no foul as that puck's chipped out. And that one was the exact same type of icing that they waved off for Miami, and this time it looked like the linesman was potentially going to wave it off, but the referee called it.
And that one, it almost stopped in front of the red line.
So some confusing icings, or non-icings at this point. But we play on, and a face-off between Marshall and Owens is won by Owens. Behind the net, Sudeikis. Sudeikis with a full head of steam goes through center ice and loses the puck. That was Rigolini. That'll be offside. Not anymore though, as Sudeikis plays it back in himself, and McGuire now. Back to Sudeikis. A big hit there on Fensterstock, but he makes the play anyway. And that's an obvious offside call, and Lacardi holds up on the shot because of that.
We're seeing a lot of what we saw in the second period when Miami scored. Florida Southern then started playing the body a little bit more. Again, keep your cool. Let them hit you. Let them go to the box. Don't retaliate.
That's a key. You can't retaliate. I'm wondering if this loud music is as annoying for the viewers as it is for me. The speakers happen to be right behind us, so we get blasted in the ear every time there's a stoppage of play.
But I'm sure when you're on the ice, you like to hear the music.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the players, man.
Rigolina takes it by two Miami players, tries to put it in front for Wall, but Wall can't retrieve the puck. Marshall now makes a nice move around three Miami players. Callahan can't make a nice move himself. And they score. From a bad angle. Hoffman didn't expect the shot. He was just as shocked as the Mocs were when that one went in. And now it's 5-4 with 12:48 to go in the third period.
Yeah, not a goal that you want to let in, but there's still plenty of time. At the very least, you got 12 and a half, almost 13 minutes. And Miami, as we said earlier in the game, can score in benches, so not too worried about letting in this goal. You don't want to do it, but they can easily come back.
Now Miami's got to bounce back. Down one, 12 minutes to go, and it's chipped into the zone by Castricani. So a couple goaltending mistakes, have 2 goals on the board, one for the Canes and one for the Mocs. As Lacardi chips it out to Turlick, and if that pass had a little more juice on it, Callahan would have been off to the races. Mastracani gloves that one down and chips it out of the zone. This one will have enough for an icing.
And that is an icing.
Yes.
That was an icing. There's no way it's not.
That one will give to the referees and linesmen a great call.
And we say that in jest. These referees and linesmen, they're not paid a lot of money to do what they're doing. They do a very good job.
As Hoffman turns that one away. Callahan plays it to Gupta. Gupta just plays it off the referee. It's in front and a great glove save by Hoffman, redeeming himself for that shaky goal he gave up and saving one after the puck goes off of the referee.
I think this one may have been going a little bit wide to the right. Either way, a very nice glove save.
Yeah, it might have been going just to the right. Nonetheless, you like to see the goalie be able to hold on to the puck, and he does a nice job there to get that face-off. As they battle behind the net, that's McGuire. Plays it up to Nas. Nas to Michelini. Michelini just loses the puck there, and it's shipped in deep. And that one's an icing. Once again, you know, that one seemed to die a bit too. But
just to go back to that glove save, though, the reason, and I'm talking to a goalie here, you're going to be like, well, of course, this is why. But the reason he makes that save and goes for it 100% of the time, once it goes off that glass, it can come right back in front of the net.
Yeah,
you're nodding, so I guess I'm right. Mr. Goalie, I'm right?
Absolutely. He was ready for that puck, and he was looking behind his net, and he made sure to get out into position. As that puck goes into the corner, an intentionally wide shot from Sudeikis, and now it's behind the net. Michael Nas gets it into the slot. Michelini tries a one-timer, and it's chipped all the way down the ice for an icing. Once again, that line is made up of two defensemen playing forward, Michael Nas and Chris Michelini, but a good chance for Michelini.
Well, I think we're seeing is that they're getting good opportunities, but you can kind of tell their defensemen when they shoot the puck in those opportunities, they really don't know exactly what to do there, where this line that's out here right now, they may take a little bit more advantage of that.
Yeah, and this is the first line for the Canes. I do want to note, since we hadn't earlier on the broadcast, the usual first line center is Chris Corgelis, the captain of the team, but as Mensimer takes a shot, it's blocked, but Corgelis couldn't make the trip, so Abin takes the right wing and Riker Ferry moves to center. Stone curls back, gives it to Mensimer. Mensimer looking up the ice for Ferry. Ferry retrieves the puck. They say he's onside. It was close. Mensimer again plays it to Stone. Now played up. Abin can't retrieve, but now he does. After Ferry plays it back to him, and Abin tries to play it in deep. He can't. Schneider now against the boards, and Stone gets it in center ice. Stone now taking it himself. Wraps it around the boards. Ferry's covering the point as Stone gets in, and Schneider takes it to a backhand, and he's tripped. And a penalty's called, albeit a couple seconds after the Marshall touched the puck. But another great move by Schneider to get to the front of the net.
Yeah, really good move there. We're getting toward that point now. 10 minutes left in this game. Once you go into single-digit time left in the game and you're trailing, then it's crunch time. This is a huge power play.
And it's won by the Canes back to Sudeikis. Spencer tried to play it back up to Sudeikis. Now it's played in this middle to Marshall, who can't get the puck over the wall, and then it's cleared the length of the ice by Miami. No icing though, a confusing call there. The Canes will take it though as Moore takes it behind the net. Now Fensterstock. Fensterstock looking in front for Owens, and he doesn't have him. Marshall now just trying to look for Wall. It seems like every chance that Florida Southern can get on the penalty kill, they're looking for a goal. And a big hook there, but no call, and then another penalty taken, and that one is called. So it'll be a 5-on-3 for Miami. Tough to see if McGuire sold the hold a little bit, or the hook a little bit by holding the stick.
Yeah, this makes it even huger now. 1 minute 10 seconds of 5-on-3. 9:18 left in the period.
As you just said, 9:18 to go, but it'll be 1 minute and 10 of 5-on-3. They've got the second forward unit out right now, and the first D unit. Fensterstock, Owens, and Moore, Stone and Mensimer. Stone looking towards the net, down to Moore. They got Owens in the slot, they get it to him. Back to Stone, to Mensimer. Shot, blocked, and cleared the length of the ice by Marshall.
Still 47 seconds of 5-on-3.
It looked like Mensimer wanted a one-timer on that, but didn't get the pass in his wheelhouse. So he opted to wait and just shoot. And now he puts it on the net, and Moore retrieves behind. Moore just whips that pass to Owens, a little too hard for him. And the puck right into the slot. And a couple penalties there, but none called. First one of Miami for holding the stick, and then an easy trip call. Neither is called, and there's a close call there too. As Moore plays it to Owens, Owens is decked by Marshall, who sends it out of the zone. So that'll be a face-off.
Yeah, those two penalties that should have been called there, you know, it's almost like in football offsetting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of a makeup no call after the no call.
They let both teams get away with it.
We're back to 5-on-4, by the way. 50 seconds left on the power play.
Mocs were trying to make it a 5-on-5 themselves. The referee says, no.
Well, if they want to pull the goalie with an offensive zone face-off for Miami, I'll take it.
As Turlick plays it against the boards after Montenarella's clear was stopped by Mensimer. Now Callahan to Licari. Licari shakes off Montenarella, gives it to Mensimer. Mensimer to Stone, to Licari. Licari just loses that puck. It looks like he was in between a one-timer and retrieving the pass, and did a little of both and just pushed the puck forward.
Miami's going to have one more power play chance.
As Stone plays it up now. On net, looking for a rebound for Turlick, but a good play by Cribbs to play the rebound to the corner. Tried to get it in front to Callahan, he wasn't there, and they're at even strength. Turlick tries to get it to Callahan again. Licari keeps it in, and Turlick couldn't retrieve that one. Now he's going for it, almost gets cross-checked, but Montenarella ends up going down. Turlick tried to play that to Callahan, couldn't, but he stops that pass, and Mensimer couldn't keep it in. Stone retrieves. Stone and Mensimer have been on for a while. Probably looking to get a change, as Stone does now, and so does Mensimer. Ferry plays it to Schneider. Schneider down the near side. Into Abin, and the pass was just a little behind Ferry. So Sudeikis takes over. No icing there because the stick was lifted. And Abin and Schneider battle for it behind the net. Schneider now Gets it caught in the referee's skates. Schneider still has it though. Now he loses it. And that puck's just sent into the roof. Oh, that's number 4. There we go.
Way to put a counter in the corner of the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you want us to get rid of the score bug and just make it a ceiling hit bug. As that faceoff's won by Ferry out in front to Schneider, but he can't get his stick on that one. Sudeikis keeps it in the zone. And there's number 5. This is, I've honestly never seen this before.
Just to go back to that play, we'll talk a little bit about the play there. That was a set play. Ferry won the draw, came straight in. He didn't pass it back. He came straight in trying to get him caught off guard.
Yeah, it's a good play there. Almost worked. But now Sudeikis has it. Sudeikis still trying to wrestle that puck away from Gavriluk. But Florida Southern wins that battle. Fensterstock steals it in the neutral zone. Now here's Rigolini coming in on McGuire, and that one was deflected but did hit the ceiling. So
it counts.
We'll count it. That's number 6. We just had a stretch of 3, and we had 3 throughout the first and second.
Well, defensive zone face-off with 5.5 left in this game. They really have to win this draw and try to come up the ice.
And there's a warning issued to Florida Southern as Williams was well inside of that dot, just trying to creep in to the face-off, as he still does. But and number 7. You know, I wonder if they took this into consideration when they were designing this rink.
So Miami, they're just trying to chip the puck out of the zone. Again, there's some arches that are a little bit lower and actually went off one of the arches.
As now it's Wall. Wall going to try and take it through 2 Miami defenders, and it's deflected away. Out in front, up to Montanarella. Down to Wall. Wall tries a blind pass in front, and it's stolen away. Chipped. Montanarella tries to lazily play that. It could be a 2-on-1. Fensterstock and Owens. Fensterstock shot into the chest of Cribbs. Might have made that one a little too easy on Jason Cribbs.
I'm not opposed to this play. I'm not opposed to him taking the shot there, but I think he would have had a good passing lane and probably should have passed it, but I'm not opposed to the shot there.
Yeah, you're never opposed to a shot, but if you noticed, the defender decided to play the shot instead of the pass and stay in the middle, so he probably did have a pass there as Castrocani shoots it right into the legs of Marshall. Not a smart play there. Now Wall, Owens retrieves that one over to Fensterstock. Fensterstock now shoots it over to Stone, and it jumps his stick. And a penalty's called.
For that.
As Mensimer plays that puck, and Stone will go to the box for a trip.
Yeah, Stone was just trying to play the puck there. His man actually leapt, and that's when he got the trip. But you got to take care of the stick. You can't lazily go for the puck with the stick. Timeout here for Florida Southern.
Yep, as Florida Southern talks this one over. What do you think Miami is going to try to do on this PK? Do you think that they play conservatively, hoping that they can pull the goalie and then get a goal with 2 minutes left, or do they keep trying to go for breakaways and go for that shorthanded goal?
You want me to get the stat out again? 11 shorthanded goals for both teams. Of course Miami's going to try to score.
I was actually just setting you up.
Of course. I do think it's going to depend on what happens here on the faceoff. They're content with playing this conservatively. You take it down to 2:20, roughly on the clock. That's still plenty of time to get a tying goal. They don't need a short-handed goal here, but of course they're going to try.
As the faceoff will come to the right of Max Hoffman, a crucial point in this one-goal game. Lakari on the faceoff with Marshall. Marshall wins it. Over to Wall. Wall saved by Hoffman, but he doesn't hold the rebound. Now Wall again. Wall makes a toe drag move on Turlick into the slot. Shot. Another save. Hoffman, and it's in. Hoffman could not control the rebound, and the puck is batted home. It's now a 2-goal game.
Yeah, so that changes things a little bit. Let's take a look at this. Miami tried to clear it out. Good move there. And a beautiful pass. And then just kind of stayed in front. But there were multiple mistakes there. Hoffman made a mistake on the save, dropping the puck. They had multiple chances to clear it out of the zone, and they couldn't.
And now this will be a tough hill to climb for Miami, a 2-goal game with just 4 minutes to go as Marshall now tries to drop pass to Wall. Turlick down the far side. Chipped out to Wall. Wall shot, another save by Hoffman, but another rebound not held, and it pops into the slot. To the net, blocked. McGuire. Callahan tries to chip that one to Turlick. Turlick on net, right pad save for Cripps. Aben crashing towards the front, but Callahan didn't see him and just loses the puck. And so McGuire takes it back. McGuire chips it in deep. Aben chasing. The first line is coming out for Miami. Probably the second to last time you'll see them tonight. As Ferry chases that puck, Schneider keeps it in the zone to the net, and it's blocked. Mensimer can't keep that one in, but they say he touched it, so it won't be an icing. Mensimer trying to fend off the Florida Southern player, and now he's just laying on top of him, and the whistle will blow.
So 2.5 minutes here. The defensive zone face-off for Miami. They really need to win this draw. And we'll also keep an eye on the net.
And 2:39 to go. This is a crucial, crucial moment. Just something as simple as a face-off. That one's dropped. Miami does win it. That one deflected off of Gavriluk. So it shouldn't be an icing, and it isn't. To the net, but not on net. Sent around the boards off an odd corner. And a penalty's called on Mensimer for interference.
That's what you can't do, take a penalty here, because pretty much now with 2:17 left, if everything goes your way, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to essentially be on the kill for the rest of the game, or they're going to score and it's going to be a 3-goal game.
Yep, and not much there. Mensimer just tapped the player skating by because the puck took that odd hop off of the door, but called nonetheless. So here's Wall. Moore steals the puck though, and he's going to come in with Fensterstock. Shot, score! So there's one. Now it's a 6-5 game, a short-handed goal. That's number 12 on the year for Miami. And Brendan Moore brings the Canes within one with 2:04 to go.
Miami now leads the league with 12 short-handed goals. I've been waiting on that one. Take a look at this.
And that's
he had
a
his
great
eyes
shot.
on the net the whole time.
That's a great shot. He absolutely picked a corner and sniped. Now a one-goal game. Warren Fensterstock still out as Gabrieluk plays it back to Marshall. Now Florida Southern's realizing they might want to waste some time, so they're just going to play it behind. Moore and Fensterstock both try to go for the puck, and now Gabrieluk taking it up the ice on a 3-on-2. Fensterstock's back though. Played across into the slot. Fensterstock chips it up the boards. And Wall now.
90 seconds left.
Played out in front of the net. Fensterstock had already cleared the zone, but he didn't get the puck out. And so now Marshall puts it on net. Save by Hoffman, and it stays out. Another rebound given up, but that one stays out. And the puck's wrapped around.
Now you just got to get out of the zone.
Yeah, keep in mind, Miami needs a shorthanded goal unless they want to score in the last 10 seconds, even strength. As Hoffman saves on that one. Gabrieluk to Burkhart. Shot, well wide. A chance for Fensterstock as Moore needs a change. Hoffman was looking to come out of his net there just to make it even with 42 seconds. Now Hoffman still looking to come out of his net, but it's turned over. Ferry tried to play that to Stone. Stone wasn't ready for the pass, and it's cleared back in. Just 27 seconds to go. Once again turned over, and that one hits the ceiling for number 8.
21 seconds, 4 seconds on the penalty kill. Face off in the neutral zone. I'd almost want to pull the goalie even though it's going to be close to the offensive zone. You have a better chance of getting the goal 5-on-5, and then with the extra attacker, as Miami takes their time out, then you might as well do it, right?
Yeah, I would probably do that. If I was Coach Mello, I would pull the goalie now. At this point, as you said, 21 seconds left. You're not going to really have time to wait for the puck to get chipped into the zone, to then get the skater on the ice, and have to come from the bench all the way into the offensive zone because it's on the other side. So it's... But we'll see what Tom Amello does here.
He's putting him back.
Yep.
Hoffman was trying.
Hoffman was. He was creeping towards the bench.
Hoffman
himself.
wants to be on the bench as much as I want him on the bench right now.
He knows what situation they're in right now, but what Amello said, Coach Amello, was to just have Max Mensimer get sent from the box into the offensive zone, and the faceoff's won. Chipped up to Ferry. Ferry makes a move around one guy, and they call it offside. But that was a massive hit, knee on knee. Could have been a penalty called there. And that was very close, that offside. It almost looked like Ray Owen's skate touched that line.
Well, let's see. We're going to look at two things. We're going to look at the knee on knee.
As we see.
Yeah, he was way offside. But that view looked a lot more offside than it did in real time.
Close play. Now Max Hoffman is out of the net. Ferry wins it forward. Schneider tries to kick it forward. He can, and the puck is cleared. And that'll just about do it in this one with 5 seconds to go. A hit by Wall just pins it against the boards. And the Florida Southern Moccasins escape this one by the skin of their teeth. Miami puts up a good effort, but just not enough to eke out this win.
I'll tell you something, Ethan. Nothing for Miami to hang their head on right now. They played a historically tough team right to the brink. Of course you want to go out and get the win, but at the end of the day, they did the best that they could. They fought back from down 3. They came back. They tied the game up. They did everything they could in this game.
Just about as evenly matched of a game as you could want. A 6-5 game, just one goal. And as you mentioned, these teams play again in just a few weeks. What are you expecting from that game now?
I'm expecting it to be just as intense. I think Miami comes in with a lot of confidence, knowing that they can play up to the level of a Florida Southern. And of course, Florida Southern's going to come in knowing, hey, we just beat this team, we can do it again.
So, as the handshake line wraps up, I want to thank you all for joining us on this broadcast. This has been a College Hockey South presentation here on the University of Miami Hurricanes Hockey Network. I'm Ethan Gainey from my broadcast partner, Justin Cohen. We want to thank you all for listening. Final score, Florida Southern Mocs 6, your Miami Hurricanes 5. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.